Okay guys, just quickly before we get into the video, I just want to apologise for the hush tones in the video at the start. My fiance was asleep in the room next door, so I was just trying to be quiet. But if you haven't already, please like and subscribe and enjoy the video. What's happening, traders? Welcome back to the next part in the My Forex Funds challenge. We're just here on EURUSD and we're looking for a short scalp off of this 1 minute supply zone. I feel that price is going to come down and fill these lower gaps down here, so we might be able to get a quick scalp off this zone. So we're just going to look for price to give us a potential entry, which we kind of got there with the break of the candle low, and we're going to target a 1 to 2 on this, which would be about 4.6 pips, but we're going to go for quite a high lot size, so we can potentially make up a little bit of loss from yesterday. So I'm just going to get this going. Okay, I like that push up, keep pushing up for the moment. Okay, right, there's the sell. Okay, we had a little bit of selling pressure, so I'm going to say that we entered there. Stop loss is just above the zone for 2.7 pips. So we go 3.0, and then we're going for our first TP down here at 6.960. This area also lands on a past support zone. Okay, so we supported here, and here, broke through, retested, supply zone was made, and then price pushed down. We also have a target of this fair value gap in the zone, which we haven't touched yet. And also what's happened is we've had a new lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. We've got a change of character coming across here. Okay, like so. So change of character in the short-term trend, and then what I'm anticipating price to do is to come down, potentially to fill this gap, or at least come down to the 50% discount zone for this move to then take maybe this gap out and push up. So that's what we're looking at, and hopefully we can get our nice little scalp here for 42 pips, which should be around $42 in profit. So let's see. All right, and we didn't, because we just got stopped out by the spread. So that's really good. Potential re-entry is going to be coming up shortly. If we can get a push down from here. Okay guys, we blasted through that area. No problem. We're going to be looking for price to potentially get a reversal. We have this fair value gap here, which we just filled, and it's the last one in this zone, which is the origin of this move down. So potentially we could see reversal from here, so we're going to keep looking at it. Okay guys, so just jumping back on the chart after that loss on EURUSD, we're now looking at Euro-Aussie dollar. We've got a nice supply zone here, which is push price down, breaking structure to the left. Okay, so if we get a break below a candle low here, then we're going to be looking for our sells, and we may get that shortly. We've also got a nice area of liquidity down here and clean traffic down to this major Okay guys, so we're just jumping on Euro-Aussie dollar here after that Euro-USD loss, and basically we're going to look for price to react off this supply zone. Okay, this area pushed the market down quite steeply, and we broke structure with this move. So if we get our sell signal, we could potentially look to target all the way down to this 1 hour demand zone, which has pushed price up quite nicely. We have also broken below these lows here, and you can see we're in a downtrend. So yeah, let's see how this goes. Okay guys, so just looking at gold here, we've actually got a really nice looking entry which we're going to take, and the reason for the entry I'm going to go through in a second once I enter this. So the reason why I like to look at this is we've got a demand zone here, okay, which is push price up, breaking structure to the left. We then had our price action coming down, and we've just had a breaker structure here, and we've just come back to fill this fair value gap right there. So we've gone for the trade. Our entry is just here, just there, and stop loss is just going to go below this candle here, and then we're going to target a 1 to 2 for our first TP, like so. So this will be a nice trade after that loss on EURUSD. We are still looking at Euro-Aussie dollar as well, because there is a chance that we could get a nice trade there. And also now we're looking at GJ, because GJ has come up to a support zone, sorry, a resistance zone, which we're just breaking through now on the 30-minute. So yeah, lots going on. Let's see how it goes. Alright guys, so we just jumped on here as well, and we've just got an entry on the Aussie Euro trade. Basically we're going to go for 10 pips here, and we're actually going to target all the way down to here, but our first TP is going to be at this level right here, just on the bottom of that wick. So let's put that TP1 there, and hopefully we can just let this run. We've got 10 pip stops, so it's going to be a $75 loss if we lose this trade. I'm pretty confident that I'm happy with the analysis here. We've been in a downward trend. Okay, this is a supply zone, which supplied the market continuing the downward trend. We've come into the zone, we've got a double top on the lower time frame. We've broken structure now, so that's looking good. Gold has pushed down a little bit out of profit. No, sorry, less profit. It's not out of profit yet. So let's have a look at that. Have a little pullback. Could be a pullback for continuation from here. Hoping that's the case. So let's see how it goes. So 2 trades running. Hopefully we can make back some losses that we incurred this morning and yesterday. Alright guys, so gold has just basically hit our first TP there. So we're going to take 80%, so that's 20 cents of the move, the original 25 cents. We're going to bring our stop loss to break even. Okay. That's going to break even, so that's 36.66, like so. And yeah, we're going to let the rest run. EURAUD is doing its thing, as you can see. Where are we? Hoping that's going to keep pushing down. And we just had an alert on Aussie USD, which is coming to the zone here. We're going to wait for price to potentially fill this gap before we look for any sells. But again, a nice sort of supply and demand zone. We got a change of character there on the 1 minute. Price pushed up to the fair value gap, making a break of structure here, and then prices come back up into this zone. So if we can come into this area, then we can look for sells from there. But yeah, we're just running. Just running. Just letting them go. So we'll be back in a bit. Alright guys, so jumping back in on that gold trade, and we have now hit full TP. That first TP is gone. I took a full TP is there, so that was we made back that EURUSD loss, which is nice, but we're still down on the account. Euro Aussie dollar is come back up to break even area, so we're just going to go and have a look at see what's going on there. We've had this push down, we've broken some structure and changed the character of this trend, so hopefully that we can find this sort of fair value gap here, and then from there this is just a pullback for a continuation to the downside. Looking at other pairs, they are other euro pairs, so for example EURCAD is looking quite nice as well. We've had that push down and we've just come into this zone, so we could be looking actually at an entry here for EURCAD. Got a change of character here. Taken out the last fair value gap in the zone on the 1 minute, so we could look for a potential sell. How's EURUSD doing? EURUSD's pushed up quite high. EURCAD's now. Let's see. We'll just have to keep watching. I'm hoping that we can have a reversal here. This area here. That's lame. We want price to push back down from there, really. Let's see how this goes. Looking for a potential sell here, because we could have just a very short stop loss, 2 pip stop loss. If we can get some sort of like bearish looking movement. See how this candle closes out. 3. Not the best. I'm going to go for this sell, purely because of the lack of risk. I'm going to 280, just give it a little bit of breathing room. Sorry, 277. And a full TP is down at 3035. It's a shame about the Aussie trade. We didn't get that last fair value gap taken out, so we've pushed down. But if price does come back to the zone without breaking this low, then we could still look for a sell. So we still got our alert there. Okay, that's pulling back a bit. That's good to see. Okay, let's see how it goes. I'll be back in a bit. Alright guys, so we got stopped out here on that EURCAD trade because we had a pretty tight stop, but that's okay. I did re-enter and then we got stopped out again when we had a flick up here. Stop loss was up here and I thought I calculated enough for the spread, but clearly not. So I've re-entered again because it is looking good, and EURUSD has pushed down quite nicely from this zone. So I'm imagining that EURCAD and EURAUD dollar are going to potentially follow as well. So I'm looking for price to keep pushing down. We've got 49 seconds on this trade. This candle left. Also, we've just entered one on NZDCHF. Now, this was a breakout trade, and it was on the 30-minute chart. And basically, what happened was I was looking for this candle to flip bearish, okay, which it did, and we entered around this point here. Stop loss is just above the high here, and then we're just going to let this run. We're in a nice amount of profit at the moment. So £1.50 lot with $45 up, which is taking back some of the losses we just incurred from the last 2 trades on EURCAD, which is fantastic. And yeah, we're just looking for price to keep coming down. We could see price come all the way down to these equal lows, which would be lovely. We have just broken past an area of interest and closed below it. So yeah, we'll just keep an eye on these, and hopefully they'll keep on pushing down, bringing that profit. Alright then guys, so New Zealand dollar against Swiss franc has pushed down quite nicely. Before we pull back, I'm going to take a nice chunk of this out, just because it's going to take back some of the losses we've already incurred. So I'm going to take 135 out, which leaves 15 cents running. I'm going to bring stop loss to break even, and we'll just let this thing run for the rest of the day to either break even or potentially down to take out this double top liquidity or double bottom liquidity down here. So that's the idea on that one. Okay guys, so I just marked up where our area is, and I'm not going to kill it. It is actually looking quite nice now, as you can see. I thought it was just going to launch from here, but it actually didn't. It's now flipped bearish, which is a good sign. We've got 1 minute 32 seconds left on this 5 minute. The 15-minute is also looking okay. I'd like it to break this low. If we can break this low, then we get a really nice looking entry as well. So we'll just have to see how this goes. EURUSD is pushing down quite strong, so Euro is weak at the moment. It's also looking like it's going to turn around on Aussie dollar. CAD's looking a little bit weaker now. It's looking weak on SHIF. It's looking weak, basically. And Euro NZD is coming up to this supply zone here. Got this liquidity which you're taking out here, so looking for potentially a sell here as well. So lots going on. We're back up into the 900 zone, which is good. We've managed to take back probably all the losses bar one today, which is the EURAUD trade, which did fail, which I think you saw in the last clip. It pushed up, we entered here, and it's pushed up out. So not a bad recovery, but this is a, as I say, I just want to be as transparent with this challenge as possible, and yeah, I am probably trading this a little bit more than I would normally do on my normal account because it is a challenge and I want to try and get it done for the video, being a little bit more risky and taking a few more setups. But you know, I want to get this thing passed, and I want to be a little bit over risky with it because it is, as I say, it's only $49 to enter the challenge, and you know, that can really really be done quite easily. And if we can get up, then we've got a $5,000 account to trade with. So yeah, EURCAD's pushing down into profit now, which is good. So right now, if we get a 22.5 pip move on this with a 75 cents lot, let's have a look at what we're going to get. If we get to that full TP, what did I say, 22, let's just say 22, 7.5. Oh, so that'll be $124. That will take us into profit if we can let this run all the way down. There is a chance we may do that because we have broken structure here and we have got this area and liquidity below this low here to take out. So yeah, hopefully we can do that, and that would be really nice. We have then, if we're looking at a larger time scale, got sort of, let's go to the 1 hour to see if that looks any different. No, it doesn't really. I was going to say we got sort of structure here to come and visit, well, definitely here. Then we've got these lows here, and then this overall supply zone. So not sure, but let's see how it goes. We'll just keep watching this, and we're going to look out for some other setups as well. Alright then guys, just jumping back in, and we've just coming down to what I've set as first TP, so I'm going to take that now. We're going to take 60 cents out of this move, so it's $26 in profit there, which is bringing us back up and taking away from these losses that we've managed to occur today. So I'm just going to bring stop loss to break even. Still got about $6 or $7 running. We're going to go 263 for break even. And then, yeah, hopefully we can push down. This is going to be about another sort of $15 to $20 here if we can get that. That's nice. I'm just wary that this area could hold up and we could push up here. Looking at Euro Aussie dollar, you can see that price is pushed up again. These two pairs aren't correlated really. Well, they have a little bit of correlation. You can see there's similarities. So I'm anticipating potentially that EURCAD is going to push up from here and maybe pull back. So I want to lock in some profit, and you know, the game is about getting the profit. And now we're only down $34 on the day, opposed to $120 on the day. So if we hadn't had those losses, we'd be up quite a nice amount now. But this is the way that trading goes sometimes. Sometimes you've got to try and make back these losses. Sometimes I trade quite a bit in the day, maybe like more so than some others, because I always go for like a shorter first TP, which tends to allow me to take a few more trades. I'm really upset about this Aussie dollar trade because it was absolutely stunning. Look at this. We took out the 5-minute fair value gap. I had a 1 minute marked out just up here. Didn't want to come and see it, and we just plummeted down. I saw the entry, but I thought that price may be giving us a fake entry before we come and take that, because that does sometimes happen, but in this case it wasn't. And we just pushed on down, and that would have been beautiful. That would have been a nice, easy coming down to here, 10 pips. So here's what it is. Analysis was correct, and that's what we like to see. So we're just going to go around and have a little look. We're going to look at on our main pairs and just see if we've got anything interesting going on, really. Gold was a nice trade this morning. Shame we didn't have a bigger lot size on that one. But hey, here's what it is. So not too bad. I'm pretty happy with today's trading. Although we're down, we have made back you know, the substantial loss. So looking good. Okay then guys, so we're just looking at EURCHF here, and there's potential for breakout trade action. We've got a nice area to come and fill down here. You can see that we've never broken close below this zone, and we haven't visited this low before. So if price does close below the zone, it's likely we're going to keep going down. We've had a nice little tip up here. We've taken out all liquidity along here. So there's a chance that we may reverse from here and push up, and that's fine. But if we do get a breakout, then we're looking for a sell trade. But we won't know until we get that, so I'll come back if we do. Okay guys, so we have just broken out of the zone on the 15-minute chart, and if I put this right at the bottom here, we've got 9 seconds left. So this is a really nice looking potential trade setup here. So we're going to wait for price to close, hopefully below the zone, and if it does, so we're going to wait for the next candle to see what it does. Likely set a sell stop, or maybe enter immediately depending on the price action. What I'd like to see here is price push up, maybe come up to the top of the zone a little bit, and then create a larger top wick, and then flip bearish and push down. Or we're going to just push down like that. So we're going to take the trade that shows strong momentum to the downside. I'm going to have stop loss above here, and our first TP is going to be just above this area here. So stop loss is above previous candle high, because it's likely if price does push up, we might respect this candle's high to push down further. So we may still have a top wick formed, but I'm happy with the trade entry we got there. And also, once we've been in this price area before, although this resistance was formed here, you can see when we did close in this area, price is shot down pretty cleanly. So yeah, we're going to look at potentially what happens when price gets to here as well. Potentially that might be a place to take some partials. Okay, cool. We'll come back when there's some more movement on that one. Alright guys, I'm liking the look of this trade. We have pushed up to give that bigger wick. So what I've done is just below here added another sell stop for the same amount at 665. Okay, stop loss is in the same spot, but this time the first TP for this trade will be straight there. So that would be a nice, it seems like 3 pips, but it will be more. It doesn't seem like a lot, but it will be, I don't know what it will be exactly, but it will be a decent amount there. So yeah, second position ready to go. Not entered yet unless we flip bearish. Alright guys, so glad I took that first TP down there. We have come up to break even. Price could then, you know, definitely come back down and push down. This is technically a supply zone because we have broken structure from this area, but yeah, glad that we took that first TP. So that last little bit ran to break even. We're still in on the EURCHF trade. That's kind of playing on its own at the moment. I'm hoping that this candle is definitely going to close in the zone, but I'm hoping that the 30-minute can still flip. We've also got, if we go to the 1 minute, we've got a nice looking fair value gap around here from this zone, so price could push down and potentially, yeah, keep on coming down from there. So let's see. Okay guys, so I closed out the EURCHF trade as this candle broke this candle's high. I wanted this candle to flip bearish, but it hasn't, so this is considered a fake out, and price could potentially push up here from now on. I've also cancelled the trade sell stop below here as well. That didn't get triggered, so gone down a little bit more, but we're still not in bad stead. We're still in the 900s. The NZDCHF runner is still running, but I may look to take that because it is running at about $12 profit, and we could do with that at the moment. And I'm not sure how long this is going to keep going down, as we have sort of initiated a new uptrend here. So so yeah, we'll keep looking at the markets. This is going to be quite a long video today, because we're probably going to look for one more trade setup, and then if we either get it or either profit or fail, we will we'll end the video there. So I'll see you in the next bit. Okay guys, so I've just entered I haven't entered the trade yet. I've put a sell stop on this trade here, potential trade here. So we've had a breakout of this zone here. You can see we've broken above these highs, pushed through this supply zone, so this is no longer valid. So we're going to change our bias to look for price to come and fill this zone potentially. Our first TP is going to be this wick here, and if price can cross above here, then we're going to be triggered into the trade. Our stop loss is just below this low here, because if we break this low, it's likely we're going to be pushing back down into the zone. If we do break and close below here, I'll also cancel the sell stop, because then price is likely going to this will be a fake out, and we can look for sells then potentially down to somewhere like this. So yeah, we'll see how we're doing, but price is looking pretty promising. The 5 minutes looking like it wants to push up more. The 30-minute has closed in the zone, which is nice, and this candle has flipped bullish. So the 15-minute entry of breaking this candle's high is what we're going for. So let's see how it goes. This is a $2 move. So we're going to be looking at, if we can get up to this 10 pips, that's going to be $200 there. If we can fill this whole stuff, that's going to be close to $400. So quite a risky one, but we're going to go for it. I've decided we're going to go for a risky one on this one because I'm liking the look of the play. I've got an alert set just below here, because if we do cross below here and close below here, then I'll be cancelling trade. But let's see. Okay guys, so we just got triggered into the trade. As you can see, we just went through that line there. I'm hoping price can push up. It had a nice little burst a second ago. So yeah, we got our first TP set to here, and we got an alert set about here just so we can potentially look at and manage the trade on the way up. But it's looking nice. We've got that 15-minute breaking above that high. We've got the 5-minute kind of pushing up, still looking bullish, and we've got the 30-minute with closure within this new zone and a push up after coming wicking down. The 1 hour is also closed in this zone and pushing up as well. So lots of positive looking things there. I've moved the stop loss just slightly. I've made it slightly larger, and I've brought it below the low of this 15-minute candle here. Also equating for spreads as well. So yeah, hopefully this will be the last trade of the day, and hopefully it'll be a good one, because either way it's the last trade of this episode. Okay guys, so as you can see, price has pushed up quite nicely. I'm actually going to close pretty much everything. I'm going to take 190 out. That's $112, putting us up to 5,016 cents profit. I'm going to let this little 10 cents run to break even or beyond, like so. And we got our final TP there at 499. So I'm very happy with that. We managed to bring back and actually gain $40 on the day after a bit of a rocky start. And we're up now on the challenge by $10, which is great. So we've kind of gone up and down. So today's been a bit of a long video, I understand that, but it's been a good one nonetheless. And we will continue the challenge either this afternoon in the New York session, which will be the next part, or tomorrow. So if you haven't already, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.